Hey guys, how's it going? Hey, I'm back with another video to talk about email subject lines, specifically 5 email subject lines that are super effective and can help make you a lot more money, get very strong open rates, right? 20% plus that you can begin using right away to start getting more out of your email campaigns. Now, before I dive in, to keep this short and sweet, I'm assuming that these emails are warm so that they've opted into some sort of list of yours, right? And this is not cold emails or cold prospecting or anything like that, right? So if you're looking for prospect stuff, cold email stuff, this isn't a video. I don't want to waste your time. You're free to click away. No harm, no foul. But for everyone else, let's go ahead and dive in and make some money. All right. So um, subject line number one, about your. This line is super powerful for the inbox because it is personal. And the best time to use this is anytime someone opts in for a gift or buys something, right, on your site. This is the perfect time to use this. The reason why this works so well is because with many other products and services that people get, they're used to looking out for that email, right? Like about your order, about your purchase, about your shipping, right? And it sticks out to you in the inbox because it's personal and it's telling you that, hey, look, inside this email is something for you specifically that's tailored for you. So you need to open this ASAP. So this works extremely well as a first email that goes out for, say, for example, someone who didn't buy your product or finish their order. Works super well for that. So this is the first one I recommend because this does wonders in terms of your open rates and engagement. The next email subject line is actually a question. Is this you? Now, the reason why this one works so well in many of the campaigns I've done in the past is because it invites a response. So the thing about is this you is that when you see that again in your inbox, not only is it personal, but now it's actually asking a question to you, right? And it's now actually telling you, like, hey, look, it is what's inside this email actually for you. And it invites you to actually open up and find out, right? So the perfect time to use this is for like two steps, like things that invite a reply in the email to stick out in the inbox. um, Anytime you want to engage in any other conversation, like get someone to maybe book a call with you, or you need to relate to some story or lesson, right? That kind of stuff works very well with the subject line. So this is another very strong one that you can begin using right away, and you'll see a instant lift in your rates. The only thing I would caution you here with this one is, again, just make sure it's topical and not just random stuff, right? Because if the email doesn't make sense, right, then people are just going to think you're just clickbaiting me, and then you know they'll just bounce. Subject line number three, product or service FAQ. I love this one because it works very well for getting people off the fence while giving them more info about your product or service. This is something that gets looked over so often in marketing, right? This idea that people are just expected to warm up to your brand instantly. That's not the case, right? Usually, when people are checking out your product or service and they don't buy, it's because they have objections, and when those objections aren't addressed, emails like these are very, very good for that because you can go in that email and ask like, and really I should say like insert like, you know, probably let's say like the top 3 or 5 questions that are most commonly asked about your product or service, and then just provide answers to those, right? And by doing little things like that, what it allows you to do is answer objections, give people the answers to those objections, and also, the opportunity to buy once again, right? So this is perfect for people who have not bought from you yet, obviously, but in an email like that, what you would want to make sure you do is that when you do have that FAQ, make sure that you then have a link or a couple of links in there to invite people back to finish their purchase for whatever that may be, right? Now that you've addressed more of those objections. So I love this one because this is a perfect time to warm people up. And this is super underused in marketing. Uh, Number six, slide six, I should say. So, subject line number four, a testimonial. So, from X problem to Y result, super powerful. The reason why this one is powerful is because it drives social proof. And social proof helps build trust quickly, right? Like, imagine if someone told you, hey, so and so person, like lost a bunch of weight, doing this program, right? But didn't give you any context, right, about the person, nothing like that. You might be like, okay, well, that's cool. Like if you're trying to lose weight, you might think like that's okay, that's cool, but it's not really sticky, right? But now imagine an email, like if you were sending, let's say, for example, you had a weight loss product, right? And you had a customer of yours who dropped like 20 pounds using that weight loss product, right? Well, now you have your list of people who have not bought this product yet, and so all you do is you just draft up a simple email that just says something like testimonial, from, let's say, size 36 to size 25 in 8 weeks, right? And then inside that email, you provide just a small story about the journey of your customer, and then you send that out to people who haven't bought from you yet or who are on the fence. It's extremely powerful. It's extremely powerful because other people are speaking on your behalf, and it's not just you touting the benefits. You'd be surprised how little this is used and overlooked, because many brands spend so much time trying to sell their own stuff by like their own merit, right? Instead of like selling through their people who are actually getting results. And so, as far as the hack, again, if you're going to use testimonials, please be sure to link to that specific product or service so people can buy it. You just want to make sure, again, that everything you do in that email serves a purpose. So after your testimonial, just make sure to route them along to take the action that you want at the end. And then finally, I'll move this over here. And then finally, subject line number 5: are you under X a month? This can be money, it can be weight, it can be really anything, right? Anything that creates a gap in the prospect's mind as far as like where they are and where their goal is, right? So, for example, like, are you under $1,000 in revenue this month? Under 5 pounds lost this month, right? And the reason why this is so powerful is because it highlights a problem while inviting a response, right? With the question here, right? And this works extremely well for getting opens because, again, it's personal and it's inviting a response. And so, again, when you use this, the perfect time to use this is anytime you want to remind your readers about where they are and where they want to go, right? So, for example, like, are you under $1,000 in revenue this month? If so, I want to help, right? Click X, Y, and Z button or whatever, and I'm giving away a special offer to help make your journey easier, right? Just something like that, something small, but it works very, very well because it highlights that gap, and it also invites an answer to a question. So these work extremely well. And then finally, when in doubt, write subject lines that ask a question. Seriously, if you want emails with high open rates, ask a question, because emails are meant for communication and questions invite answers. You do that alone, and that alone is enough to increase your open rates by itself. So, all right, guys, that is pretty much the video. If you have any questions or anything that I can help out with, I'd love to just leave a comment and I'll be glad to help. All right, take care.